I guess we were speaking of Donald Trump, I guess. I mean, like, as a libtard, I am perpetually speaking about Donald Trump. I'm screaming into the skies at all times in regards to Donald Trump, of course. So Donald Trump is continuing his little thing, I guess. He's doing like a thing. I don't know. It's weird. But Donald Trump is continuing his thing. I don't know what thing he's doing. Now, by the way, notice how I've got 13 notifications. Why is that? Because I'm popular, right? Like, again, I just want to throw that out there. People care about what I have to say, and they like my tweets, and they respond to me, and they want to get my attention, unlike the President of the United States. So, nobody wants to report that Pennsylvania and Michigan didn't allow our poll watchers and or vote observers to watch or observe. This is responsible for hundreds of thousands of votes that should not be allowed to count. Therefore, I easily win both states. Report the news! Okay, so, if an election that took place was fraudulent, which Donald Trump is claiming, how come only some votes should be discounted? So, he is saying Pennsylvania and Michigan didn't allow poll watchers. Not like Detroit, Michigan's 3rd district, like 2nd polling place. No, he's saying Michigan. So, why don't we just do a new election? If Donald Trump thinks that these results are fraudulent and cannot possibly be counted, why not just do a snap election? Why not advocate for a redo? Because if Donald Trump were to advocate for a redo, he would probably do worse. And he knows that. So he's not going to go with the logical position here. He's just going to cry and whine, try to do court cases that invalidate things that only would, affect him very slightly. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing and it's pathetic. Here's another bizarre tweet. Big Jim is the greatest. Just in, West Virginia Governor Jim Justice refused to acknowledge that Joe Biden won the presidential election. So, again, Donald Trump doesn't read past the headline. Donald Trump does not read past the headline. Big Jim is the greatest, right? He says. Let's look at what Big Jim actually had to say. Big Jim is the biggest Jim, believe me. So, West Virginia Governor Jim Justice on Wednesday refused to acknowledge that Joe Biden won the presidential election 4 days after the race was called, and despite no evidence yet from Republicans of widespread voter fraud. As far as acknowledging that the election is over, I do not do that, said Justice, an ally of President Donald Trump. I do not do that. What is that? As far as acknowledging that the election is over, I do not do that. That can't be like what this person said. I want to hear like audio of that. I do not do that. He vowed to support Biden if legal challenges and any potential recounts do not change the outcome of the race call. If Joe Biden is truly elected, or truly our legally elected president of these United States, we should all celebrate and support him. So again, Big Jim is the greatest, but I mean, he's not fully on the Trump train. He's not fully there. He's given himself that wiggle room. Donald Trump has no wiggle room. Donald Trump has no wiggle room at all. But every other Republican, they've got this wiggle room. You want to know why? Because they know that their shit is about to fucking just fall apart. They know that the end is near. They know. They're aware. There is this clip I saw of Chris Coons, a Democratic senator from Delaware, probably one of the worst besides Joe Manchin, say that Republican senators are privately telling him that Donald Trump is, a loser, essentially, and that he lost. Well, why aren't they saying it in public? Why is Chris Coons coming out there and saying the Republicans are going against Trump? Why don't they just do that publicly? Why? Because they're scared. So, like Big Jim, for example, he's scared. And so that's why he's speaking in the way he is. The Republican Party has become nothing more than the cult of Trump party. The Republicans are Trump minus the funny delivery and charisma. That's it. Tom Cotton? You think Tom Cotton's going to win an election nationally? What? You think Big Jim's going to win a national election? Larry Hogan? Like, these people are losers. They're suckers and they're losers, right? And they're afraid to buck Big Daddy Donald's messaging. And even in their fears, they still provide themselves that wiggle room. Well, if the recount doesn't turn out, then I guess Joe Biden is the president after all. I do not do that. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These people are weird. Big Jim. Big Jim. I don't. Do people call him Big Jim? Is that like a common moniker for Jim Justice? Big Jim? Or is that like a Trumpism? Big Jim. He's the biggest Jim. Believe me. The fucking Big Jim, dude. I can't. I can't with that shit.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ
would call governors Big Jim. Just saying. Just saying. Big ass motherfucking ass. Holy shit. God damn. Hello, Alex Leon. I am also scared, not of politics, but of my own reflection. Yo, same? Hey, Felix Cornelius. I went to see the Secret Service kick his fat orange ass. Yo, I'd love to see that. Hello, Daryl Blake. Trump is using this to make money and pay off his bills. Yeah, like, I think there's, like, fine print if you donate to, like, the Donald Trump Legal Defense Fund that, like, 60% of donations go off to pay off campaign debt. But the MAGA people aren't going to care about that. Yeah, sure, when you donate to save Donald Trump's failed presidential campaign with legal challenges, most of that money is going off to pay off debt. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm going to give my hard-earned money so that Donald Trump can pay off his debts. But they're doing it because, again, the cult of Trump. Jim Justice, more like Jim Jones? Just saying.